Definitely. Nillicomes has shown a lot of day, and yeah, you never know what he will get. Oh yeah, with the first turn here, you see everything, Cryxious?
Yes, yes, we're good to go, sir.
Okay, you see everything. So that's cool. Okay, we are seeing here Oyau has started with the tile collector. Perfect start in the perfect first turn. Now he has also the
Mm.
Chloe, and he will, yeah, he will play out the Chloe. No, he will not play out the Chloe. He is killing the Dark Assassin with a Peo.
Interesting. I would have definitely gone with the glowy.
Yeah, but he was scared. Against Ishuma, I would maybe do it as well because, yeah, if the Dark Assassin on the field, he's just killing everything, with the outmaneuvers. So maybe the right decision here. And now the Wolf Captain has a nice blocker in combination with the melee guard, so absolute perfect start. Blocking.
And you get the vibe that this is going to be a much quicker match. That
Yeah,
everybody's going
definitely.
to be 1-2.
Two definitely rush decks here with Sandalphon and Nillicomes. This will not take so long, and we will know who is in the favorite role really, really soon here, I'm sure. Nillicomes
Mm-hmm.
already outmaneuvering here the Wolf Captain to do the first damage with the Sayama champion.
Yeah, that's one of the key things in your Ashuma decks. I mean, you've got to have some outmaneuver people in there, and if you know you're going against an Ashuma deck or any kind of outmaneuver, you want to fill that entire row up as soon as possible.
Exactly. But yeah, it's again a Wolf Captain against Sandalphon. This is not working so cool because Sandalphon is also rushing like crazy. And
Mm-hmm.
now we will see here probably a Geysir on the Sayama champion. That's how it works. And a buff on the Wolf Captain. And yeah, here we are seeing the counter rush, we could call it. Um, Also on 17 damage now, Nilly comes. And the field presence looks really, 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 really strong for Oyau, and Nillicomes has to be really careful now that he's not placing a unit here or here, because two more Geysers are just waiting for it to wipe the board
Exactly.
completely. So if Nillicomes is doing here a mistake, that could be really, really painful. But we have seen Nillicomes playing today already a few times. He's really playing perfectly around Geysers. He is almost never doing big mistakes and the stuff.
When you think about Oyo, I mean, having those two area of effect spells in hand, it really gives him a little bit more control. Even though we can't see what Nilcombs has, he's definitely thinking about where he's going to be doing his positioning.
What I think Oyo is doing now is using his special ability, maybe, and playing the Geyser in the middle and placing a Chloe in the same row, because that would mean that he has all three rows under control. But it also means for him a little bad thing. I mean, 3 out of 4 rows, of course. That he is also scared of Geysers after it. It's a hard
But
decision.
he's setting up two strong rows. I mean, that's also a really good thing. He's going to say, if there's any damage spells that Oyo is going to cast, he's going to have to do them both either on one row or he's got to put double blockers, especially if he gets any kind of buffs
Yeah.
like Strength of the Sea
But I
out.
think he is killing it, and now he is using his special ability, or he is playing the Padlet for the Strength of the Sea. Also an option, yeah. He is doing it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because the problem was, he would have done it like I have predicted it, but he had nothing to discard. He don't want to discard a Chloe or a Geysir. That's what you really
Correct.
don't want to do. And now he still has a Geysir in his hand. That is incredibly helpful. He is doing tons of damage, and in the next turn with the Strength of the Sea even more, and if something is showing up what he can kill easily, he has won the game already.
Yeah, Nillicombs has to react here. He has, even if he was to press forward and attack with his two creatures right here, he really needs to defend. He needs to move them to different places, especially to use Ashuma's ability and also just
Maybe he has outmaneuver to kill the Wolf Captain. That would be really helpful now. And blocking on the same row or in the same turn with the outmaneuver on top, the Griffin after it, killing the Dark Assassin, the Wolf Captain of course. That would be the best move. But if he has no outmaneuver, this looks bad
yeah,
for him.
very bad.
And here he is attacking. That means he has probably no outmaneuver, at least not for the Wolf Captain. And the next turn will be a bad, bad, bad move for
I
Nillicomes
mean,
here.
as a Haven player, you see those glowies in your hand, you're like, I want to get them onto the board because they're so
Oh,
good, they're so powerful.
that's wonderful. He's moving away as a Snow Maiden and killing in combination with a Sunburst here as a Wolf Captain. And also the Griffin is now hypnotized on this lane, and he can't even attack. Because if he is attacking, he would die.
Hmm.
This raised of the Dark yeah, he had no other units, I guess, so he was deciding it's better than doing nothing. But, I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know if
so
I would have used the POW right there.
yeah, I
That might not.
also would not have used it probably because, well, the Griffin could not really attack without spell help, and he has only 1 HP left, and yeah, I don't know. The PO is maybe useful to finish the game later on.
Hmm.
We are seeing with the Strength Force C here 4 more damage on Nillicomes, down to 7 HP already. And we will also see maybe now a discard. He is thinking about it. He could play the Griffin, would give him even more field control, but he has the same problem again. He has nothing to discard. He don't want to discard a Chloe or a Geyser, because it can be helpful later on. And yeah, the bottom lane has a huge problem against this Chloe. Protected with the melee guard. The Sayama champion can't do shit.
With both of these decks too, with their events going anti-fortunes, it's nothing to worry about. You're hoping that you see your weaker mercenaries or your training days if you're playing with them in the decks.
But if Nillicomes would have here maybe no, he is not on free magic. If I was saying if he would have free magic, he could clear up the whole field and would be in a good position after it. But looks like he don't have it. What is he doing? It's really a tricky situation, especially with only 7 HP left. And especially since we know oyau has another Geyser. So if he is clashing now, that would be painful.
Yeah, there's a
He's doing it
Kappa.
completely correctly. That's not an easy decision now for oyau what to do. The Geyser on top on the Spring Spirit and the Sayama champion would kill the Sayama champion, and bringing the Spring Spirit on 1 HP, that's okay. But I think he's waiting for a better situation. Here comes the Song of the Lost. That's really, really good for him. Can he maybe finish? No, he's
If he
missing.
does the,
He's missing 1 resource to finish the game. By the way, 1 resource. If he
that's
would have
correct. That's correct.
1 resource more,
But
and he could finish right here.
and he's already, he
Oh,
can't
he
discard
can finish.
anything here. Yep.
Yes, he can finish. Exactly 7 damage. I have not seen the week of training. Exactly 7 damage. Outmaneuvering the Kappa and the Snow Maiden, and this is game 1 for oyau. Yeah, was a perfect start for oyau with the Collector in the first turn. That's what you want to see if you're playing Thunderphon. And with the Chloe and good follow-ups and Wolf Captain, 3 Geysers, really hard to beat for every deck.
That tension that's there too, because when you're playing against a competing rush deck, like your blood starts coming up because you're like, I've got to think fast. I know what my turns are going to be. I know how my opponent's going to be thinking about. It's not like a Sandalphon prison control deck.
Yeah. It was really a perfect match and a perfect hand for oyau, and he has played it also perfectly. And in the end, he is winning. That's the result. And we are going instantly into match 2 of this nice little favorite match. Let's see who can decide the second match. We are still not spoilering, because some guys are watching and don't want to know what is happening. I mean, we know it.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we are in the second game. Right here, right now, and we see the first turn for Ishuma, not what you want to see, but against Thunderphon it doesn't matter. He is strong in the first turn with a Collector, he is incredibly strong in the second turn with normal units. What you want to do? But Nillicomes want to have, of course, what's the best thing for Nillicomes would be oyau in the first turn without a Collector. That's what you want to see if you are Nillicomes.
Exactly. You don't want to see any kind of resource gain for any kind of Haven.
So, here we see a real early Dark Assassin. I guess he will get bolted, or he will get blocked. We will see. Is he using the Lightning Strike? I think yes, I want to say, but no, he is deciding for the Praetorian.
Yeah, that's a good play with the Praetorian. I mean, he's going to force the...
We have talked, now he's dead, we have talked with Cyrus about it as well. He was saying, better if you have free resources, use the free resources, and the next turn you can, for that, spam 2 units, because now he could play the Praetorian and the Griffin, but because he has played the Praetorian first, he can only play now a Lightning Strike or a Griffin. That's a little disadvantage. Or he can use the special ability.
I agree. I agree. I mean, it depends if he's deciding to go a little bit more defensive with his hand because he's not able to get out as many creatures. He may feel like he just wants to slow down Nillicomes a touch.
Yeah. Okay, he has used the special ability to get some more resources here, to get rid of this incredible annoying Dark Assassin. And yeah, what we have to say again, he is doing pretty good damage at the beginning. One more time. Nillicomes in turn 4 already down on 15 HP left. It's not what you want to have if you are Ishuma against Thunderphone, because it will you will not hold so long.
Well, Oya's got 3 great spells in hand, right? You know, he's got his
Here
epic,
comes
he's got an area of effect.
here comes already the Strength of the Sea and another Griffin. That's so perfect for oyau, dealing another 3 damage, dealing at least a bit damage on top, even if the Watchman is dying next turn. And the next problem is, of course, that even if he is outmaneuvering one of the Griffins into the row of Neonai, whatever, it's not enough to kill the Griffin instantly, and he can strike back with a Geyser and the normal attack and get rid of it.
And it's at this point, Oyau just needs to go pedal to the metal. You know, he needs to just go ahead and put his boot on Nillicomes' throat. I mean, he's got to do the damage. He wants to continue putting the pressure on.
Yeah. But still, this game is not lost for Nillicomes so far. It looks not so good because he has eaten a bit too much damage, in my opinion, really, really early here. But
sure.
Still, there are... you have to look also on the deck size, on the cards, on the hand. Nillicomes has a lot of cards in the back, and oyau has not so many important stuff left.
That's true. That's true. I mean, with that card advantage, it's a very big deal.
Exactly. Now he's killing one of the Griffins, trying to get the bottom row also under control and blocking here with a Spring Spirit. That's nice done. Probably we will see. He's playing with Stormwinds.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, you know, he's got a card to help move people around. That's a very interesting decision.
That's interesting. And he has also Homebounds. Look on this. It's a real special Thunderphone deck. That's not a deck what you meet all day long in the jackpot. It's a bit modified.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's still only on 2 might and on 1 fortune. That means there's no chance for him to play the Angel of Mercy. That's a little disadvantage.
Yeah, and since he's kind of lost board control here, he may want to think about going into a touch of a defense mode and get some more cards to prepare for the next few turns.
He can also not draw cards, because that would make it even harder. So he could also not play in the next turn the Angel of Mercy. That would be another dead turn for the Angel of Mercy, and he need him normally to bring back another Griffin.
At least somebody that's in there, yeah.
He needs just cards, so, and he is using the Week of Mercenaries, definitely useful. Here comes, by the way, the next Paddler, what we see already in the next turn. That's not really helping him, actually. Oh, that looks good for Nillicomes now. It's a bit tricky. Maybe he will use the Geyser on top. No, he's using the Training Gaze.
Yeah, he uses the boost. Better. He takes care of the Maiden up top. Very nice.
That means the top lane is him. Now he will go on 3 might or 2 fortunes, because he needs the Angel of Mercy. That's really, really needed for him. He definitely needs the Angel of Mercy just to get a few cards back. And yeah, and the Angel of Mercy is also a nice blocker and a nice damage dealer, especially with the Strength of the Sea. It's just a good unit as well. So that's what he will do now. It depends a lot on Nillicomes' move now. Here comes the outmaneuver.
Yeah, Nillicomes still has a lot of cards in hand, which means he can take his time to decide how he wants to eliminate oyau.
Definitely. Strength of the Sea back push, and a nice move overall, because now that costs oyau a minimum of 3 points, and the Singer costs only 2 points, and he knows in this lineup there are no other spells that are hurting him anyway, so he can play the Singer. It's a nice blocker against the Griffin here, even if it is dying with the Strength of the Sea. But I guess here comes the Geyser more. Here comes the Geyser in combination with the Angel of Mercy. That will be the play of oyau here. I'm almost.
He's got to expect that there's going to be some kind of damage coming in, but he will have a week of mercenaries next turn. So depending on if oyau doesn't do this, then he could buff everybody up and send in some damage to try to catch up in life.
Yeah. So here comes the Angel of Mercy, and after it he will play almost sure the Geyser on top, because that's a thing what he will not miss. That's 2 damage for him, 2 dead units of the opponent. And yeah, here comes the Geyser, like expected. Mm-hmm. Geyser and Angel of Mercy, the right play here by oyau. And yeah, that looks a bit better again now for oyau, especially if we think about the fact that he has now he has the Song of the Lost also on the hand, because he has a Paddler, so he can take it out whenever he wants, and especially if the Ice Splinters are coming, this is incredibly painful. The Strength of the Sea will come up, or will show up soon again. Oh, 2 Geysers here on the Angel of Mercy!
Multiple Geysers. That's painful.
Yeah, but it's normally not the normal use on only one unit of the Geysir, but still, in this situation, of course, why not getting back more field control? But now he will spam the field with 2
Well,
Griffins.
and he's also evened up in life.
Oh,
Oh, Wolf
a Wolf
Captain.
Captain. It couldn't be better for him. Now he will play probably the Wolf Captain and 1 Griffin and the Strength of the Sea. And next turn he can outmaneuver and probably finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because we see here already he's doing
Plays.
a number 3 damage, and now
Yep.
he's blocking
Go
with
top
the
with that.
yeah, he's blocking with the Griffin on bottom, I think, because he is a bit scared that the opponent can finish maybe. For example, with a week of mercenaries and a Peo, it would be over. And this
Yep,
is
you
now
got it.
not longer possible, so he's blocking on bottom, and he will finish in the next turn. He has
It's
done
so funny when you get to 10 life now. You have to be prepared that you can lose
but
in one
oyau
turn.
has done right here one mistake, and that mistake was placing the Griffin in the front row. Because now, oh, the Master's Blow on the Strength of the Sea. Now he can't play the Peddler anywhere. He can't play in the Rye of the Naonai, and he can't play anywhere else. That means he can't even get out his Strength of his Song of the Lost actually to maybe finish the game. But without the Strength of the Sea, it's not possible to finish the game anywhere.
He could use his spell on his own creature, I believe.
Yeah,
The
maybe.
Homeward Winds.
But that costs a bit too. Nah, it would work. Yeah, it would work.
But he
if
wouldn't be able to do the same thing. Yeah, he'd have to wait another turn for it to happen.
Nah, maybe he can finish if he is. Can he do it on his own units?
I thought it's on any unit.
On any unit? So let's think about it. If he is using the Griffin, placing it on top behind the Wolf Captain, after it placing the Peddler, taking out the Song of the Lost, that's enough resources. He has enough resources for this. And placing everything on top out of it, and he has exactly 7 damage. I predict this turn for the next turn. If this is possible with the Storm, but I've never played with this card, so I don't know. But if this is possible, he can do it. Now he can't do it any longer.
Well, I believe it puts it back in the deck. That changes everything right there, of course.
What? It put it back?
It puts it back in the deck. I don't believe it puts it back in the hand. In the owner's library, yes.
Okay. No,
So
Stormwind?
he
the
put it back
homebound.
into...
Okay, now here's over. GG. It's a finish. With the homebound, he don't even need the Song of the Lost. The homebound and the Stormwind to outmaneuvering the opponent. Perfect done.
Yeah,
my
such a high cost card, but it comes out perfectly for him whenever he needs to get in there to finish it off.
Yeah, definitely. But I was talking about the Stormwind, not about the homebound. So homebound is obvious.
I see.